Hi guys, me Christina or Critter Kid on YouTube. Just thought I'd stop in and say hey. I know I haven't filmed a video in a while, crochet wise. It's been just so warm lately. I've been busy with my CNA class and everything, and I passed my my test, so I passed the written part and the skills part, and then tomorrow will be my first actual day of clinicals. Today was orientation, and so we got to play with like lifts, like sit to stand lifts. So you'd put something on the person, and then it would the hoist would put them into a standing position. Or another lift that we used, the person would be in bed and we'd put something under them that had like loops on the sides of it and down by their legs, and it would be like a sling hoist, and we would hoist them out of bed and then swing them around and then put them in a chair and then take it off of them so you're not, as a person, using your body as a care provider and injuring yourself. So they were teaching us all about that, and so looking forward to tomorrow. Have to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning, so back to my early morning routine, like when I was a bus driver. So getting to know new people and seeing new faces and walking through the care home where I'll be doing my clinicals. And saying hi to people, and if somebody needs something, even though we're not in clinicals yet, just when we're in orientation, like getting a nurse or find somebody that needs them. There was a lady at the end of one of the halls, and she kept hollering, "Help me, help me, help me!" And I guess she does that a lot, and so the instructor that was with us found the nurse and stuff, and I guess to help this lady to do what the lady needed to do, you need two people, and two people weren't available to help her right away like she wanted to. And I guess they'd explained to the lady it would have be just a couple minutes. Not sure exactly what she needed to accomplish, but they were getting to her and stuff, and we got a little mini tour of the facility and where the showers were, and where certain equipment was, and gloves, and we got to see the dining area, and we got to when some of the residents were done eating, we were able to calculate, I guess for like for every resident, they need to know who ate what, how much of what at each meal, and you have to write down, okay, well, they ate like half of what their food was. So they have like 5 items, and they ate like 2.5, and then they had like 2 drinks, and then how much each cup holds, and so then you have to figure out, okay, well, that cup holds about 240 cc's, and they drank half of it. So whatever half of 240 is how much they drank, and you have to write that on their meal card, or you have to give it to the CNA or the nurse that cares for them. So we got to do that. Just more or less, walking around the facility and getting to know things, and getting to play with lifts, and hoisting your classmates up in a chair, in a sling lift, I guess. And then you got to be the person that was lifted from the chair to the bed, or from the bed to the chair, whether it was in the hoist lift or whether it was the lift that just lifts you to a standing position, and then you stay in that standing position. And then they move you to the bed, and then they set you back down. So you could be cradled in one lift and then put in a standing position in another lift, to able to move you around instead of the care provider, with a gait belt like the belts that you see around some people sometimes when they're in care homes, to lift them up and down and to use your legs and that kind of thing. It's just so much easier. Sorry, for some reason. I think it's all the sun we've been having is like messing with my head. I have a little bit of a headache going on. Either that or I just need to eat. What else? My puppy dog, Carmen, is my basset hound, is right at my feet. I posted on Facebook a picture of her. I was standing in the kitchen having a cup of tea, and she was laying up by my feet or on my feet because she did not want me to leave this morning. It was sad. And since I've started my since I started my CNA classes, she's lost a little bit of weight, so she's quite depressed and misses me a lot. Because when I was driving school bus, I had my bus route in the morning, and then 7 hours to do house chores and take care of animals and stuff. And then I go do my afternoon route, and then I come home. So I was only gone a total of like maybe 3 or 4 hours a day. So she got used to me being home and that one-on-one, attention, loving and affection, that kind of stuff. And this morning, my computer's doing weird things. She will bite at my socks or bite at my shoes because she does not want me to leave. And then sometimes, come on, my computer. If my husband's home and he doesn't have to leave out early, then I leave the dogs out. I don't put them in the back in the kennel. And so I'll let him out in front to play. And she'll stand at the gate when I back out in my truck, and she'll cry. It's so sad. But, it's like having kids is just, the whole part of the whole process. Eventually I'm going to have a full-time job and we work in regular hours and stuff like that. And, she'll readjust and that kind of thing. And, she'll be okay. And I'll be okay too. It's been a little bit warmer than we normally have here in Oregon. Muggy a little bit. It's kind of overcast today, so it wasn't windy or anything, so it was kind of, like the clouds held the heat in. What was funny, I went and got, at our house, we can have a 6-pack of, like, Corona's beer in the refrigerator, and it'll be in there for, like, months. So we're not big drinkers. We don't, have beer or drink on the weekends or want to thaw it out. It's just not us. And I thought that I would go and celebrate. My husband doesn't, excuse me, my nose is bothering me. My husband doesn't home till late. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to celebrate on my own. I don't have a whole lot of money because I'm not working, obviously. And, so I went down and got a Mike's Hard Lemonade, and I think I posted a picture of it on Facebook. And we don't drink, so it doesn't take much to get me buzzing. And so it was hot out, and so I was drinking it a little bit faster than I probably should have. And so I got halfway through the can, and I was buzzing. I was like, "Woo, this feels good." And because we don't drink. And my 13-year-old, she's all laughing at me and she's like, texting her friends and saying, yeah, my mom's buzzing. She's high on cloud 9. And I'm like, nah, it's okay. You don't need to text your friends that your mom's like being weird. And so I put the other half of the can in the refrigerator, and I, waited a little while and took a little nap. And then I finished the rest of it, before I went to bed, but it's good. It was cranberry, raspberry or something. But I don't drink, so it doesn't take much to get me. Whoa. Yeah. So I'll probably hop on tomorrow and let you know how my first day of clinicals was. Um, there was a gentleman in my class that I guess he works nights or something at another care home somewhere, and he thought that he would work nights and then still be able to do the class, and he didn't pass the written part, so they didn't have him do the skills part. But he said when he left that he wasn't going to give up and he was going to try it again. So I thought it was cool. And then there was 16 people in the class, and 7 of us stayed where I'm doing my clinicals, and then the rest of them went to the other care home that's owned by the same company. That's like just on the other side of town. Not where I live, but from where I'm doing my clinicals. So it's kind of a different atmosphere without those other people there. You know, it's not as, I don't know, it's too quiet. So I went and bought myself some shoes, some white shoes, because they want you to wear, you know, nicer looking shoes, and mine are falling apart. Let's see. Not that one. I think my shoes are ready to go. What do you think? And this one is all falling apart. So I went and broke out my credit card and bought myself some nice shoes. I keep them in my car so they don't get all gross and dirty and stuff. And I wear those for clinicals, and after I graduate and get my CNA license, I'll have those for work, and they won't be all dirty with chicken mess and that kind of thing. So talk to you later. Maybe tomorrow.